Welcome back to my F1 2015 series versus Bottas, in which I race a full championship season and try to emulate or even beat Bottas's results in real life. We're coming up to round 2 now in Malaysia. If we have a quick look at the table, I'm currently sitting on 2 points picked up in Australia, not too bad, and it puts me ahead of Bottas. But this is where it gets interesting, as this is where Bottas started picking up consistent results, pretty decent ones, so we'll have to see how we can compete with him and carry on some form of at least top 10. Right, so we go straight into qualifying, over the line now. Let's see where we can finish, hopefully quite high up the grid. As we come over the line, we're sitting in 5th place. That's not too bad. So once again, I'm on the 3rd row, just pipping Massa. By quite a distance there though, to be fair, by 0.8 of a second. So we'll go straight into the race and see if we can at least hold on to this position this time.
Welcome to the Sepang International Circuit, where the cars are already on the grid as we gear up to start the main event.
So once again, I'm starting with the same strategy of starting on the option tyres and then moving on to the prime. See how it works out for me this time. See if we can get a decent start on this one. That's not too bad. Look like I'm already gaining on Raikkonen. Oh, I'm moving in between the Ferraris there. Hopefully they don't close up on me. Might just be able to still hold Vettel out unless he takes... Oh, Raikkonen's giving way. Oh, got through both of them. Coming up to the next corner. That's not too bad. They are right up behind me though. As we come over the line at the end of the first lap, we can see that Raikkonen's right behind, 2-second gap in front of me. He is attacking on this corner. Should be able to get him on the inside of this one. Held the position just about. Need to hopefully get the gap over a second by the time the DRS kicks in. Otherwise the place will pretty much be his straight away. The gap is currently sitting at 0.8. That's not too bad a corner into this straight. Yeah, both right behind and definitely charging.
DRS is now enabled.
The gap is only 0.3 now.
Within 1 second of the car ahead in
The DRS is now available, which is not a good sign. Right, as we come over the line for the first DRS zone, he is within a second. Is he going to try and take me on this one? Doesn't look like it.
Is scheduled to arrive in about 10 minutes.
Light rain in 10 minutes. That could be interesting. Over the next DRS line, I think he's coming up the outside. That should be his place, but try and hold Vettel off. Get very close there. Right, so Raikkonen's got through, but Vettel hasn't. Try and stay in amongst these two. Got to stay within a second of Raikkonen so I can get DRS back on him in a minute. He looks like he might just be outside of that. He is. That means Vettel's going to go on to the attack now. Cruising past. Oh, just a little nudge there. He broke very early. Now DRS is in our favour. Oh, very close again. This corner causes a lot of drama. And we have pulled out in front of him. Right, back to the first straight with DRS. Vettel's probably going to take me and hopefully can take him back on the next one. This will keep going on until we go into the pits. Oh, he hasn't gone for it this time. Maybe he's trying to be more tactical and get me on the second one so I can't nab him back. He's trying to go up the inside. I think he's got it. Unless I can take it back. No, not quite. And that's both Ferraris taking my position now. Dropping back to 5th. We are keeping close tabs on Vettel. There was nearly an overtake. The gap can't be too far. 0.3. Coming into DRS now, but Vettel is pulling away at quite a speed. Probably not going to make it on this straight. Oh, I'm being told to come into the pits now. So I might have to do that instead and hopefully undercut the Ferraris when I come out. Let's see the time of this pit stop. 2.3, that's not too bad. So we've come back out in 11th. Should hopefully be back into the points soon when other people start pitting.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Managed to catch up with a few cars here. Whoa, what is Ericsson doing? Wiggling about all over the place.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Overtaken him. Can we take Button even without DRS? We can. Run a little bit wide in that corner though. Held on to position.
We are readying for a pit stop. One of their drivers is coming in.
We're now coming up to Vettel. Oh, we've come out behind him. Up to 5th. He's very close though. Might be able to take him
We're expecting
pretty soon.
rain any moment now.
Well, it is predicted rain. Considering coming in for a pit stop for intermediates. Have just overtaken Vettel though. I completely didn't acknowledge that. Coming into the DRS zone, Vettel is quite far behind. Considering whether to come in for intermediates though. Maybe one more lap out. Well, that corner was very wide and I did see a bit of a splash coming up. Possibly should have gone in then. Gap in front is 5 seconds, behind is 1.3.
Okay, be careful on those slicks. These conditions are making the line a bit greasy, but we're still nowhere near the changeover point.
Okay, well hearing that radio, I might leave it another lap then. It is starting to spit, but I think I'm going to leave the change for another lap, even with a little bit of splash up. Next one will probably be my one though. Coming over the line, still 5 seconds ahead. Vettel's getting a little bit closer. Need to keep an eye on him. Okay, I'm definitely starting to lose control of the car now. Yeah, I think that corner just shows definitely need to change tyres. Okay, I'm making the call for intermediates, and hopefully that means I can undercut some of the other cars on the track.
Release.
Second pit stop, and that's 2.4. I just saw a Ferrari going in front of me. Yep, that was Vettel, so I've undercut him definitely. Now the hunt is on for Raikkonen. I can just see him in front of me. Not sure what the gap is, but is that too far to make up? Gap's 3.3. He seems off in the distance as if he's getting further away. Yeah, it's now 4.1. I might not be able to do this in the next 2 laps. That's quite an arse. Might just be racing for my position now. 4th place. Oh, the car is swerving around a lot now. I think it might even be wet tyre conditions, but it's not worth the change. So we're going down the straight to start our last lap. The gap behind is now less than a second to Vettel, and Raikkonen has got way off. The swerving about has not done me well. The arrow's swinging about all over the place. Vettel's definitely going for the overtake. That's a decent corner. Can we... Oh, he's right behind. Can we hold him off? I just need to do my own thing and not worry about what's going on behind me. That is another decent corner. He's very close behind. That is very wide. Hamilton's just won the race. Where is Vettel? Where is Vettel? Oh, he's run a little bit wide himself. That should mean it's my position. There's no DRS or anything because it's too wet. How we take this corner? Quite slow, but there's... Oh, a bit off the track. But there's no gap for him, and that's got to be, surely. Yeah, he can't get past me. That's 4th. I'm not sure why Bottas looks disappointed there. That's 4th place. I know we just missed out on the podium, but that finish has just put us on 14 points after 2 races, which is pretty good. And we're still just pipping Bottas. He managed to finish 5th in the race in real life, so we're now 4 points ahead of him, which is a nice promising start to the series. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A much better, more consistent drive this time, and actually getting decent points, which keeps us just ahead of Bottas still, even dealing with the wet conditions. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I hope you are too. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to see how the series pans out, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.